Hi, I'm PNC Joe, and I focus on the ins and outs of commercial insurance. One pressing issue that often perplexes small business owners is the ever-rising defense costs they might face. When legal challenges arise, even a small lawsuit can quickly rack up expenses, putting significant financial strain on a business. Understanding and navigating these costs is crucial, yet many find it a daunting task due to the complex interplay of legal fees, settlements, and insurance coverage limits. Keep watching, because in this video we will discuss these important topics. What are defense costs? What do defense costs include? Allocation of defense costs in mixed claims, duty to defend versus duty to indemnify, erosion of policy limits by defense costs, reimbursement of defense costs, choice of defense counsel. Are defense costs included within the policy limits? And a bonus topic at the end. Let's go through these points one at a time. Defense costs refer to the expenses incurred when defending a claim made against an insured person or entity. These costs include hiring lawyers, paying court fees, and other related expenses. For example, if someone sues you, defense costs cover the money needed to hire a lawyer to help defend your case in court. Defense costs typically include several key components: legal fees for defense attorneys who represent you in court, court costs and filing fees for paperwork and processing, costs for expert witnesses who provide specialized knowledge to support your case, investigation expenses to gather evidence, and settlement negotiations to potentially resolve the claim outside of court. For instance, if a doctor is sued for malpractice, defense costs would cover hiring a lawyer, filing necessary court documents, and possibly hiring medical experts to testify. Sometimes claims involve both covered and non-covered issues. Allocation of defense costs refers to determining how much of the costs the insurance company will pay. If a claim includes both covered events, like an accident, and non-covered events, like intentional harm, the insurance might only pay for the defense costs related to the covered event. For example, if a business is sued for both faulty products, covered, and intentional fraud, not covered, the insurance might only pay for the defense against the faulty product claim. The duty to defend means the insurer must provide legal defense for the insured when a claim is made, regardless of whether the claim is true or not. The duty to indemnify means the insurer pays for any damages the insured is found responsible for. For example, if someone sues you for damages caused by an accident, your insurer must provide a lawyer, duty to defend, and pay for any damages you're responsible for, duty to indemnify. Some insurance policies include defense costs within the policy limits. This means that the money used for defense costs reduces the total amount available to pay for damages. For instance, if your policy limit is $100,000 and $20,000 is spent on defense costs, only $80,000 would be left to pay for any damages. This is important to know because it can affect how much is left to cover any settlements or judgments. Reimbursement of defense costs occurs when an insurance company initially pays for defense costs, but later seeks repayment from the insured. This might happen if it's determined that the claim was not covered under the policy. For example, if an insurer pays for a lawyer under the assumption that a claim was covered, but later finds it was not, they might ask the insured to pay back those costs. The choice of defense counsel refers to who gets to pick the lawyer representing the insured. Sometimes, the insurance company selects the lawyer, and other times the insured can choose. It's important because the lawyer's expertise can greatly impact the defense. For instance, a company might want a lawyer who specializes in employment law if sued for wrongful termination. Whether defense costs are included within policy limits depends on the specific insurance policy. Some policies have defense costs outside the limits, meaning they don't reduce the amount available to pay for damages. Others have them inside the limits, meaning they do reduce the available amount. It's important to read the policy carefully to understand how defense costs are handled. Whether an insured person can choose their own defense attorney depends on the insurance policy. Some policies allow the insured to pick their preferred lawyer, while others require the insurance company to choose. This can be important for ensuring that the lawyer has the right experience and understanding of the case. For example, a business might prefer a lawyer familiar with their industry when dealing with complex claims. In a claims-made policy, coverage is triggered when a claim is made during the policy period, even if the event occurred earlier. Defense costs are typically covered as long as the claim is reported while the policy is active. This is different from occurrence-based policies, where coverage is based on when the event happened. It's crucial to report claims promptly to ensure defense costs are covered. In navigating the complexities of defense costs in commercial insurance, it's essential to understand how these costs can impact your policy and business operations. By grasping the nuances of defense costs, from legal fees to policy conditions, you're better equipped to make informed decisions and protect your business. I hope this video has clarified some of the challenges and provided valuable insights into managing defense costs effectively. If you have any questions or ideas for future videos, please let me know in the comments below.